Hey guys, my name is Braxton G and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please stay and please subscribe and like this video. And also don't forget to share this video with your mothers, brothers, and sisters and all the social medias. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I recently hit 900 subscribers, which is totally insane. And I hope this is just the beginning of our journey to, skyrocketing to something more. And we could grow and kind of conjure up a big old family. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a kind of get ready with me, but it's going to be more like chill. I'm not really going to be explaining what I'm using too much or what I'm doing too much because it's more like a coming out story. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hey guys, it's me Braxton MG, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. It will be a voiceover style video, but it was kind of nerve-wracking for me to kind of do because I never really told the story to anyone, and I really hope it can help you out in a way, maybe help you be able to tell your parents or kind of make you feel better. And whatever the case may be, I really do hope you guys enjoy the video. And like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But to start, we're going to talk about what I did to come out or how it happened. It was 3 years ago, a couple of days before my 13th birthday, which is also my golden birthday because I am born on February 13th, 2002. And I was on the phone with my friend who was going to be coming hang out with me for my birthday. We're going to go do some kind of fun things. And she was my best friend, and now she is my ex-best friend. I have filmed with her in the past. You can go ahead and find that. I'm not trying to start no drama. It is what it is, but she was really fake to me, and I was not needing that kind of friend in my life. I needed something more real and someone trustworthy. And it is what it is because sometimes friendships don't last, and it was what was best for me. I would say, a really good friend to her, even though she's made up all these lies and a dilemma that I was really fake. And it sounds like kind of really childish, but we're in high school. But I just didn't need that in my life, and I have tried talking to her and contacting her because from the bottom of my heart, I still really love her. She was my best friend, and it was really hard for me to do, but in a way, I can thank her because now that I am out of the closet, it was a little easier because she kind of aided me in the right direction. Like I said, a few days before my birthday, she had called me on the phone and asked me how I was doing. And I was like, I'm doing great. And she said, how's you and your boyfriend? Then again, it was on FaceTime, which is only like a speaker kind of thing. You can hear everything you're talking about. It is a face-to-face chat call, so everyone in the room could hear. And I thankfully was only at my sister's, even though when I was at um, my sister was like kind of shook in a way, and she called my cousin. It sucks because my cousin really only could talk on speakerphone because there was an issue with her phone. So with her talking on speakerphone, she was at my grandmother's, which they're very Catholic, very religious, and that's why I was not ready to come out yet because it's really hard, especially to someone who was really Catholic and had religious beliefs. It can be really hard because they're not going to be as accepting, and especially growing up watching these coming out videos and trying to figure myself out. Watching those videos, so many people get kicked out of their houses, and when you're 13, that's the last thing you want to think of. You really just want to be accepted for you, so that's why coming out is something you don't want to rush out of anyone or out of yourself. And whenever my cousin had heard the news, she was kind of like, yay, like kind of, I guess, proud for me because she could tell that obviously I'm very flamboyant, I'm very flaming, like a blowtorch, like a marshmallow that is being roasted at a campfire. I am extremely gay, and I always have been very apparent, and it's always been noticeable, but it's kind of that thing where you're just not ready for the world to know who you are. So you try and keep it in, even though it's so hard to hide and be who you are whenever you just want to live your life how you were meant to live it. But my grandmother heard, everyone heard, and it was out. Everyone knew. There was no hiding it anymore. And I was very nervous because this was my birthday. This could have been the worst birthday I had. And I'm still very grateful to this day that for the most part they do support me, but I will say that I still get hate from my own family. One, because growing up, they're Catholic and all that stuff. And personally, I don't want to believe in something like that. And I'm not going to knock you for that. That's not the kind of person I am. If you are Catholic, if you are religious, if you believe in any of that, that is your that is you. That is your beliefs. That is you. And I'm not going to judge you for that because just like I don't want to be judged. That's one thing I wish people understood was that not everyone is the same and not everyone wants to be the same. Like me, I just wanted to break out of my shell and be crazy and be gay and loud and all that good things. But it really did take some time and getting used to because as soon as I came out, a couple of months later, I started wearing makeup. And makeup is mostly known for women to wear. It is very new for males to wear makeup in this kind of era. And I'm glad that I did grow up in this era, that I came out in this era, because it kind of did make it a little easier for me. Now we are more widely accepted across the nation rather than having to be secluded. Still to this day, I really do feel like my ex best friend was trying to be spiteful and hurt my feelings because she knew that it was out loud. She knew that it was a speaker kind of talking thing. And she still asked and she still said it. And I said for her to be very careful with what she said while we were on the phone because I was at my sister's house. And, it is kind of hard to keep it a secret, but she is just that kind of person. So I do believe that she would do that to intentionally hurt me or hurt someone else. Needless to say, for the most part, I am accepted in my family, like I said, but still to this day, I do seclude people from my family because they think that their jokes are funny or they think that them saying things is to make me feel better, and it is not okay to joke about saying things that are very like stereotypical gay or anything like that. It's really not, and I'm not one to like take things seriously, but when it comes from my family, it really does hurt me because your family is only there for a limited time. You only have one set family. It's so crazy to one day be loved and loved and loved by your family, and then the next to not get as much as your cousins or to be accepted as much as your cousins because you are a gay individual. And this is just gonna happen. It's bound to happen. People are scared of the truth. People are scared of gay people, like, and I hated that growing up in elementary school. Everyone knew I was gay since the beginning in school. But I would walk up maybe to like a straight guy. I didn't want to be with him. Maybe I wanted friends or whatever. And they would be like, oh my god, you're gay, blah, blah. No, it is not like that. Just because you're gay does not mean you want every man. And trust me, honey, he was probably bone back ugly. He probably looked like a crusty stale fish. And he probably thought he was the cutest thing. But then again, we were in elementary school, and elementary kids aren't the smartest, and boys in general really aren't smart. They're very self centered and egotistical maniacs. So keep that in mind, girl. For the most part, that is all my story really is. It's not that interesting. It was very rushed, and I'm not mad at it, but I really wish I would have had the time to really reassess myself and be ready for it because at the time I really was not ready for it. You can tell whenever someone is ready versus when they're not, and I just was not ready, and I wish some people would have been able to respect that and understand that. And it is what it is, and like I said, I am very grateful in a way of how it ended up. Fifth grade was the first time I ever dated a boy. He was my first boyfriend, and it was very great, but we broke up because of some things, and well, up until then, I've only dated girls, and it was very scary because I was like, wow, girls are really pretty, but I didn't know if I really liked girls because I wouldn't have more than the you're pretty attraction to them. Like, I wouldn't think, like, oh, girl, you are like fine, you looking like a whole chicken leg, kind of thing. It was more like, oh, she's pretty, like, we could be best friends. And I was always best friends with girls because I kind of related more to girls than a straight boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to, like, play with Barbies rather than play with G.I. Joes, and that's all I was able to play with was G.I. Joes, unfortunately, and I would have to pretend that my Ken dolls or whatnot were literally Barbie. And I'll never forget the one time I had a Barbie doll. My friend gave it to me on the bus. It was a Sharpay Barbie doll from High School Musical. She wore those gold ugly pants with a red tank top and some heels, and it literally was my favorite thing. And when I got home, my mother found it and she threw it away, and I was very upset. I was very like shook. I was so scared because I really just wanted to play with that, so I cried for forever. Literally, I kid you not. I just wanted to play with this freaking Sharpay doll, and I didn't get my way. But I was doing sports growing up, and that also was a thing that I never really wanted to do. I was always forced to do sports, which is completely fine. You know, whenever a child tells you they don't want to do sports, you never know what it's for. But I ended up quitting T-ball because I cried to my mom, and she was like, whatever, I'm not going to force my son to do this. He feels uncomfortable. Whatever's going on, he doesn't want to do this. And thank you, mother, because I really did not want to play baseball at all. But anyways, so after one practice, we practiced at our park, which is like our city park. And my grandma, I was so upset. She was like, if you finish this practice, I'll bring you get a toy. And I went to Walmart and I picked out a toy, and it was a Ken doll. It was like a fashionista doll Ken with a black hat, a blue shirt, some blue jeans, and some white look like kid looking shoes. And I remember it to this day, and I lost it, but it was a great memory of mine. And that was the first time that I kind of thought my grandma was accepting me. But it turns out that that was not the case. It was a boy doll, so it was okay, and she knew it was for a boy, I guess, in a way, even though it was a Barbie toy. Moving on, this is not the last I tried playing with dolls. I remember in middle school ordering off of Amazon some Monster High Barbie dolls. And when they came in the mail, my grandma was shook to the core. She was almost on her deathbed. Like, she was like ready to do like a wheel because she had saw female dolls, and I was in trouble for it, which is really disgusting in a way because I really just wanted to play with those dolls, and it's really not the end of the world whether that doll has boobs or whether that doll does not have boobs. That does not make your child gay, straight, bi, whatever the case may be. If they want to play with a Barbie, if they want to play with a baby doll, that does not determine their sexuality. It will not transform their sexuality. It will make them in general a happy person because they get to play with what they want. It is nothing more serious than just wanting to play with a toy. And I wish more people understood that, because people in my family make jokes that saying, oh, she's a little girl. If she plays with the truck, she's gonna be a dyke. No, that is false information. Do never listen to when people say that. It's disgusting. It's not true. Growing up, my favorite part about going to kindergarten or going to any of my friends' houses when I was little was the fact that they probably had Barbies, and I always would go to my cousin Shay's house. We were best friends growing up, and I still miss those days, but we would always play with dolls. We would have so much fun, and that was the beginning of my happiness, was me being okay to play with whatever I wanted. And I really thank her for that, because of her that I was able to fully be happy when I was younger. Because whenever you're young, you don't really know what depression is, but it's a little different for, I guess, someone who is trying to fit in. Whenever you're not fitting in the right places, it's like trying to shove a square block into a circle hole, because that's how it felt. You weren't fitting in, and you just wanted to fit in so bad, but you still also wanted to be your true, genuine self. Even if you were 5, even if you were 30, even if you are 60, fitting in or inclusion is what makes people happy. So never exclude anyone, never. Another thing I remember was when I was little, I would always have my baby blanket. When I would go places, I would go sleep at anyone's house, I would have my baby blanket. And it really was not to have comfort. It really was not to be warm in the cold. It was more the fact of me to be able to put it on my head and put a ponytail on it like I was a whole chick with a stick, if you know what I mean. But I am not trans. I am 100% sure. I am not going through an identity crisis. And if you are trans, I hope that didn't really sound offensive, but it meant more of my story to be the fact that I'm just gay and not trans. If you are gay or trans, either one, you are fabulous. And listen, if no one accepts you, girl, that is their problem. They are missing out on a bomb person in their life, because you, my friend, are amazing. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It was very confusing. I know I was all over the place. I apologize. I was very nervous to make this kind of video, and I still am. Even though I am out of the closet, it's still kind of iffy because no one's ever heard this story before, and you guys are the first to hear it. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please feel free to message me. My inbox is always open. I am always here for you if you ever need some help. I do not want to make you feel how I felt. I kind of avoided that side of the story, like the negative side, because this is for pride. And I have one more thing to say. I'm gay.
Live my life the way I want, the way I want to. No matter what they say, I'll do it all my way, the way I want, the way I want to. I've come undone, but now I've pulled myself together, and I'm breaking free to fly, because it's now or never.
Get out of this town, drive out of the city, away from the crowds. I thought heaven can't help me now, nothing lasts forever. But this is gonna take me down. He's so bad, but he does it so well. I can feel the end as it begins. My motivation is